It came as a surprise to absolutely no one that Virat Kohli was the man who was handed the man of the match after the, truth be told, rather turgid, dull fourth and final test of the Border Gavaskar Trophy series between India and Australia. Kohli had broken a century drought that stretched back over 1,205 days, and it was unsurprising really that he was the man picked as the best performer in that particular match. Speaking afterwards to the host broadcasters during the post-match presentation ceremony, he did have a few interesting things to say, and I thought we'd discuss it together, go over exactly what it is he says. So without further ado, let's check in first. And one of the key things which a lot of us were talking about is that why is it that India were not looking to accelerate when they had set batsmen? Surely, if they were able to accelerate, they would in fact have maybe been able to force a result. Maybe it wouldn't have been possible, but it may very well have been if they could have gotten Australia to bat earlier than they did. Well, according to Virat Kohli, there's a reason why they actually chose to go into their shells, and that reason is, well, he said this. He said, when I was 60 not out, we decided to play positively. But we lost Shreyas Iyer thanks to an injury, so we decided to play for time. So there you have it, folks. The main reason why India were not attacking as much as they were was because they had the buffer, or rather they lost the buffer of having one extra batsman in that lineup, and not just any batsman, rather key batsman for India in test matches at home in Shreyas Iyer. Without Iyer there as that extra buffer, they chose not to actually attack and, as Kohli said, decided instead to play for time. It's debatable even now if Iyer's inclusion might have actually had a positive impact, but according to Kohli, that was in fact the main reason why India chose not to actually attack when they had the chance, and instead, in his own words, played for time. That wasn't the only thing he spoke about, because of course he was quizzed on his own batting form as well, and this is what he had to say. He said, I felt I was batting well excuse me, from the first innings at Nagpur itself. We focused on batting for long. I did that to an extent, but not to the capability that I have done in the past. And truth be told, that mirrors a lot of the analysis that even we at Sports Today had. We did say that, Virat, gently speaking, was batting really well, but it was just that one really good ball, or just that one lax shot that was kind of costing him his wicket. By his own admission, he said, look, I was batting very well from the first innings at Nagpur itself. I felt good, it's just that the runs weren't coming. So even he knew that if he had to get a pitch which was even half decently sporting, the runs would come, and well, that's exactly what happened, albeit on a pitch that resembled a national highway more than it did a cricket pitch. That, of course, wasn't the only thing he mentioned, because he did have some rather interesting thing to say about the mentality that he now takes onto the cricket field when he's actually going out to perform. The Kohli of old, you'd all remember, was a brash, loud, in-your-face character, someone who, if you provoked, you would live to regret, because he would then go on to prove you wrong and prove why you shouldn't be provoking him. Now, though, Kohli, as he says, has mellowed down a tad. In fact, this is what he said. He said that, look, I'm not in a space now where I'll go out and prove someone wrong. I also need to justify why I am there on the field. So, as he says, for me, it's not important that I go out there to prove someone wrong. But my biggest critic is me, and I need to justify to me why it is that I'm there on the field. And why is it that Kohli is there? Well, because he's someone who is a proven match winner, gets you bucket loads of runs, and will most importantly strike fear and intimidation into the heart of the opposition. So, according to him, now it's not so much about going out there to prove people wrong, but to prove to himself that he still belongs at the top level of the sport, so that he can continue to win India cricket matches. And that's it from us on what we thought were Kohli's more interesting quotes during this particular post-match presentation. If you found anything else interesting, you can let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And don't forget to download the SportsTak app as well. If you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out a few other videos we may have done. For now, though, from my side, goodbye.